Hi guys, welcome back to another Bourbon Santa video. Today, there's two things I want to talk about. One, I'm going to have a little fun with this Japanese whiskey. If you didn't know, my name's Bourbon Santa. If you're here, you probably already know that. I was given that name. I didn't pick that name. I was given that name by a bunch of people in a whiskey group because I tend to give away whiskey. But I don't just love bourbon. I love all whiskey. I'm into Scotch, I'm into Japanese whiskey, and of course, I love bourbon. So the focus of this channel, for the most part, is bourbon because most of the people in the whiskey community that know me through a bourbon group. But I've done, a Scotch video before, and I'm going to play around in some of the other whiskey arenas on this channel. We're going to definitely review some Scotches. We're going to definitely mostly cater to bourbon, but we're going to talk about some Japanese whiskeys, and we're going to talk about some other things. So the other thing that I want to talk about today is I want to talk about Patron and my patrons. I was encouraged by a bunch of people to go ahead and set up my Patreon account, and I waited until I got to 1,000 subs on YouTube before I did that. The purpose of my Patreon is I'm not rich. I own a small air conditioning business here in South Florida. I do okay, but I'm not rich. And I like to help other people try whiskey, and giving away whiskey is not cheap. Wow. So I needed a way to help pay for me to give away whiskey. So I came up with Patreon as a solid idea to help monetize this to where I can help a lot of people try more whiskeys. So that's what the money that I'm going to make from Patreon is going to go to. I'm going to have giveaways. It's going to help me upgrade the channel, better camera, better microphone, some better lighting. I'm working on a new set for shooting videos. I do this here in the corner of my bedroom because there's really nowhere else in the house that's set up for it, but I'm working on that. That's going to be coming soon. I'm hoping to have my new set ready by January 1st. We'll see. I've had my Patreon up for tonight will be 1 week, and I already have 21 patrons, and I'm thrilled and overjoyed to have you guys. If you go to Patreon, the link will be in the description of this video, just like it's in the description of all of my videos. It'll show you all the different tiers, and each tier has different rewards. Some of the tiers you are automatically entered into quarterly giveaways. Some of the little bit higher tiers you're entered into monthly giveaways. Those are not the same thing. There will be a quarterly giveaway and a monthly giveaway. They will be separate animals. So if you're in the monthly giveaway and there's not a bunch of other people in the monthly giveaway, your chances just went through the roof. The higher tiers you go, some of them you're going to be getting a Bourbon Santa, the pre-production first versions of the Bourbon Santa Glencairn. That's a special going on right now that goes for, I forget, 20-something more days. That if you join Patreon at the appropriate tiers, you're going to get Glencairn sent to you once the promotion's over and once they get made. I've got to order them once that all gets done. Eventually, I'm going to have Glens available all the time, but this is a kind of a pre-production pre-order. The higher up you go in tiers, the better the benefits get. Once you get past a certain point, you're going to get merch, exclusive merch from Patreon, my designs, with the newer logos. There's shirts, there's hoodies, mugs, there's a poster, and you'll get those automatically every 3 months once you're at appropriate tiers. There's a bunch of other benefits that I could make this video really long and go through all of them, but it's really self-explanatory. The only level that's not self-explanatory is the top level. The highest tier has a line there that says Advent Calendar. What that is next year you will automatically get the 2021 Advent Calendar. And I'm still working on what that's going to be. I haven't gotten deep into it yet because I'm still working on this year's, getting them put together. But 2021 is going to be huge. And you will automatically get it if you are in the top tier. It's included in your membership. You will also get to help me pick whiskeys for 2021's Advent Calendar. We'll discuss that at that tier level, and you'll get to help me pick out whiskeys. So that'll be cool. You'll get to help pick your own Advent Calendar a little bit. I'll take your advice into a. I'm still going to put my spin on it. Also included in there, there's a line that says "Drinking with Santa." I can't explain much about that on Patreon, but what that means is you're literally going to drink with Santa. I've limited the top tier to 12 people because when I buy a bottle of whiskey, there are 13 2-ounce samples in that bottle. And you are literally going to drink with me once a month. For now, maybe later it's going to bump up to twice a month. But for now, once a month, we'll get together on Zoom and drink whiskey together. Whiskey that I pick. Each month I'm going to pick a new whiskey that I've never tried before and another whiskey that I want you guys to try. And you will be hand-delivered schmamples of said whiskeys, and we will drink them together on a live Zoom once a month. We'll get together, we'll hang out for an hour, who knows, 2 hours. We'll see how long it goes. And we'll hang out, we'll talk, we'll drink the whiskeys, we'll sample the whiskeys, and talk about notes, and really do a deep dive and just chit-chat. We'll just shoot the shit for an hour or two and hang out. So that's what the top tier of Patreon looks like. All the other benefits are there. Go check it out and see for yourself. But I figured I needed to explain that because I couldn't spell it all out on Patreon. So, let's try this. Let's give this a little sampy samp. Now this is Nikka Whiskey from the Barrel. It's 51.4 proof. 51.4% alcohol. Now on this is a bottle that needs to open up. It needs a minute. When you first open it up, it's really floral and a little bit malty, and once you let it open up, it turns into chocolate and flowers. Chocolate butterscotch and flowers. This is absolutely a beautiful Japanese whiskey. If you find it, grab it. I can get it at my Total Wine for $70-ish, and there's usually a limit one per customer. This was it won an award a year or so ago, best whiskey in the world, whatever. Stupid award. It's not the best whiskey in the world, but it's damn good. The flowers are a blend between cherry blossom and orange blossom. Maybe with a hint of hibiscus thrown in there. It's not the green floral, it's flower floral. There's honey hanging out in the background. There's little to no oak that's noticeable. It's all malt and flowers and chocolate and just lovely. Oh, on the taste, you get tobacco and leather along with that chocolate. The floral is still there hanging around the edges. It's really a chest hug situation. Long finish. It's still in my mouth. The butterscotch is now coming back through. It goes in waves. Butterscotch is really hanging out my mouth. Like I just had a Werther's Original hanging out my mouth. Finish is just barely starting to subside. Warmth in my belly now. This is one of my favorite Japanese whiskeys. I'm down past halfway. I better grab another bottle. This holds up well with a cigar, according to my friend. I don't smoke. But my buddy who also loves Japanese whiskey, he says that this one stands up to a cigar really well. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous. I need to shout out a few of my new patrons while we're here. Chris Ashley, Jared Wolf, who is my first top tier patron. He and I are going to be, if nobody else joins, he and I are going to be doing a one-on-one Zoom in the middle of next month. Betsy Sims, Joshua, Casey Quaid, and Sam Howland. Thank you guys so much. I'm so excited to have your support and be able to provide all the benefits that I'm providing, and I'm planning to add more. I'm planning to pour all the money that I make through Patreon right back into the channel and into giveaways for you guys. And you see my hunts, so some of those hunts are going to end up being giveaways. And I'm hoping to do some dusty bottles when I find them in the giveaways, and also for the Drinking with Santa, we're going to drink some crazy stuff. I've got some crazy stuff already that I'm saving, and new stuff that I find along the way. Thank you for being on Patreon. Thank you for watching here on YouTube. Thank you so much for following on Facebook. Thank you for following on Instagram. You guys are amazing. I'm blown away by the support that I've received since I started being whatever this is. It's so fun for me. Thank you guys. Until next time, have a great day.